Hey, good day everybody. Welcome again to the Archery Life. So finally got a day off where I could actually go out and we're gonna go play a little bit. I'm actually hoping to plan on going on a turkey turkey hunt. Wow, I'm off today. Anyway, so I'm planning on going or doing a turkey hunt with my brother sometime this year. So I want to get out and start shooting again. I got a bow, got some arrows. Right now, it's honestly, like me personally, it's been a while since I've shot archery. And so what I'm trying to do is get back into it, try and build up the muscle and everything else. So I got the compound bow, arrows, everything else. We're just going to go through and fling some rounds. I'm just going to take you along with me today and just see how it goes. Now, one of the most important things you can do before you shoot at all is food. Nothing like the bell. Never want to shoot on an empty stomach, because when you don't have no food in the stomach, you get all shaky and it's not pretty. So once we get some food in my face here, and we'll get to the archery shop real close here. Made it. The bell is, well, as the bell can be expected, but so get all the gear and all that, and let's get shooting. We made it here. We are at Wild Arrow, local place here in Utah I like to shoot at. This is actually the bow shop I used to work at, so real good friend with these guys. I'm gonna get everything all geared up and get ready to go. All right, finally made it into the range finally. So far, what I'll be shooting today is I have just my compound bow here. This is a Hoyt Vector. Again, this is kind of more of a bow hunting rig at the moment. Right now I'm honestly just mostly focusing on making sure that I get some good shots in, that I get some repetition in here, just again make sure I got those muscles. I mean, it's been quite a while since I've shot these compound and all that, plus with the finger release, it's did some warm-up shots already, and it's kind of wearing on my fingers a little bit, but basically just going to be setting this up, or just warming up basically. So what I have going on right now is I set up a 3-spot target. So the 3-spot target here, this is what's considered a 40-centimeter target. I like shooting the 3-spot target like this because, well, I keep arrows longer that way, basically. Already went through and did a couple of shots here. As you can see, not too bad for the first time, especially with this being a Frankenstein rig. I did get 1.9 here. I mean, some may call that maybe a 10 because it kind of touched the line, but I don't know, I'm hard on myself, so I call it 9. But then I've got 10 there, and then this one booked the line, so that one there's an X. Basically just gonna fling a few and get it going. The biggest thing I'm looking for is making sure I got that actual follow through on my. Yep, you're good. Definitely not bad after shooting quite a bit. Got 2 X's, no, 3 X's. No, 2 X's and 110 on this one here. Not bad at all. Alright, I'm about 72 arrows in, and my groups are starting to open up, so I think it's about time to call it quits. Good day so far. Glad mostly everything is still yellow. Alright, made it back home. Sorry for the quick transition there. Not a lot of guys cared to be on video while shooting, so that's why segments were a little bit shorter. As far as I wanted to be able to dive in a little bit more deeper into depth while I was there, but you respect their privacy, respect their time to shoot and all that. I want to try and be courteous about that. Now, So while we got you here, just want to go over a couple of little things. So when you're out shooting, and you're going to have a ton of days like this where you're just out, you're plinking arrows, and the biggest trick to have is make sure you have a goal in mind for what you want to be able to do, what you want to accomplish. In this case, I haven't shot for a year and a half with a compound bow, so I was just going to make sure I could, one, just pull the bow back for one. I'm actually really happy with what I was able to do. Kept everything in the yellow, which I was not expecting. But hey, made sure, I just wanted to make sure I could execute a decent shot, hold decent on the target, and that's what I do. That's what I did. Now, to help you guys as far as like when you're out shooting, there's a couple different things I would recommend, because this is going to be the grind when it comes to archery, really. And like I said, about 80%, if not 90% of your archery shooting is going to be this, just grinding away, trying to aim on that one point. It's all about consistency, repeatability, all that. So to help you with that, what I would highly recommend getting is one of these little dudes. Just a little black book that you can stuff in your quiver, just so that you can keep notes on everything that you do. I got my little guidelines right here, basically little pinpoints as far as what to remember, what I did well, what didn't I do well on, or what can I do better with. Plus, I also keep with me a little counter right here. Basically a little thing you can click to keep it, or tab as far as how many arrows that you've shot. So that way you can gauge about what arrow, or about what group of arrows did you start kind of declining, and you can record that. And it's just so that you can, just like with any goal, weight loss or anything else like that, it's like you want to be able to document something. So it's like, okay, am I improving? Am I doing better? So with this, I went through about 72 arrows, and my groups were definitely opening up before that. But now I know, so when I go to practice next time, I want to try and push that envelope just a little bit more. And my camera won't focus for some reason, but I want to try and push that envelope just a little bit more, so that way each day do a little bit more, better. So then next time I do 72 arrows, I'll be able to do two 72-hour rounds and not feel a thing, and not drop quality, basically. And then especially like with the Frankenstein rig that I had today, where it was a borrowed bow, basically just some random arrows. Luckily, everything kind of lined up or tuned up right, but always keep a set of wrenches on you, so you can do some tinkering. It's okay to tinker. A lot of times people are afraid to move or adjust things on the bow, and and that's the thing, is get to know your bow, get to know the ins and outs of it, because you can make those adjustments and you can move it right back. If you have to, take a little pen or a little Sharpie or marker or something like that, because you can because usually most bows, they have adjustments, or they have little marks on them that you can just make a little note yourself on it, and then so that way you can always move it forward, backward. But basically, the biggest trick is to make sure that the bow can fit and conform to you, because that's what it's there for. The bow is the tool. You want to make sure that it fits the person each and every time. So I really hope this short little video will be able to kind of help walk you through a couple of different things. But the biggest trick, again, you're going to have a lot of days like this where you're just going to be grinding along like that. Have a purpose, have a set goal on what you want to do, what to accomplish, and make sure you can reflect on that. Honestly, a big part of the archery mental game is if you can visualize it and if you can repeat it. And so any tool that you can use to do that is the best. And honestly, the biggest thing is just shoot. It all takes a lot of time to get used to that. And if at all possible, especially if you're a first-time shooter, I would recommend, it's a lot to get into. And the cool thing about the archery world is usually your neighbors sitting next to you who shoot next to you. They're always willing to help or to give some advice in that. Now, if you at all can, again, I'm a level 3 archery coach. I know the importance of having a coach. Just so, again, the biggest thing that we want to avoid is injury, as well as making sure that we don't start off with bad habits. I can't tell you how many times I've had to relearn how to shoot a bow because I've had the worst of habits. But start off on the right foot. If you can get into a couple of classes so you can get the right form, or kind of get the right forms and sets right. If you look back at the video, there's a spot where look at the lines of the arms, make sure everything's outstretched. You don't want to be kinked and bottled up right here. You want to have a good strong alignment, good strong hold, or good T to it, basically like the letter T. If you're crunched up, you got to lengthen out the bow. I mean, again, it has to fit you just right. So making sure you have the equipment that fits you the best, and then from there, it's just getting used to your rig and just playing with it. But I hope this was all good for you. Again, stay tuned. I hope next video to be able to break out some arrows and show you how to build them from top to bottom. But again, thanks so much. If you can, or again, remember to subscribe, hit that notifications button, and if you have any comments, just comment down below as far as what you would like to see next to have me go over. And stay tuned and keep up with that archery life.